Good morning. It's day 28 of the Junk Journal January Challenge, hosted by Meg Journals and Get Messy Art. And today the prompt is antique. And last night I was watching Marguerite Miller make a wallet, and it gave me an idea because I have my grandfather's wallet from 1968, because this is his driver's license, and it says that he was born 10/23/89, and this he needed an exam due, or his license expired in 10/68. So I would consider this an antique. All of the information in here I consider an antique. Yeah, so like this is his Capital City Lodge, and that was 1967. So maybe it's vintage, but I'm considering it antique. So I am going to make one of those wallets, and in it I'm going to put his driver's license and his social security card, because that's obviously one of the things that he kept in his wallet. And you'll see on here his address was 4232 Sunset Avenue, Indianapolis, Indiana, and that was the house I was talking about that was my father's when he grew up in. So that I was in once before they sold it, and I was very little, and I remember it being very dark and very creepy. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt to recreate Marguerite Miller's little wallet. I'm not doing the ATC card. I'm just doing this information here. And I think I'm going to actually laminate these so that they don't get destroyed. And I might actually laminate all of the rest of the papers that were in his wallet just to keep them from being destroyed. So I am going to start by getting my ruler out, and I'm going to measure this. It's 2.5 inches, so I'm going to make this 6 inches across. And that should be enough to fold it in half lengthwise, right on the mark. And I'm guessing that they're both the same, just about. So if I cut it or fold it this way, yeah, that should be big enough. It's going to look like a little bit of a small wallet, I think. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so there's that. And on this side, I'm going to, I'll cut it, actually I need to, I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to mark it here because that's where I'm going to fold it. And then I will cut it right here. And that way I will make sure that I have tabs. Crazy. You think something's going to be easy, and it's not. Okay, so I'm going to actually just cut 1/2 of this down. And so then the other half will be the tab. So I'm going to cut this here, and I'm going to cut this here. I'm only going to cut from here to the fold, and then this side will have the tab. So let's see if I can do that without screwing it up. Okay, so we got that side, and this side. And now I'm going to actually cut these pieces off with my trusty little scissors. Am I in the frame? Okay. Alright, so now these will be the tabs to close it up and make it a wallet. And we'll just go like this and like this, and then we'll put them on the inside and glue them. Let's make sure this fits, and yep. So what I think I want to do is cut out a little piece of this with my, like a little rectangle with my kick shot or big kick or whatever the heck it is, my die cutting machine. So I have this set up on here, and I'm hoping it won't move. I could put some washi tape on it. Alright, so I washi taped it down, and I'm going to put it through, and this is at an awkward I might bump the camera, as you just noticed. So let's do that, and we'll go back again. Alright, and let's see how that looks. It's not going to be the perfect fit for the driver's license, but it'll be good enough. So that's that, and let's, oh, now the tab is going to be a little bit too big on that side. So I will need to cut that a little bit, but let's do that. Not too much. I didn't take that into consideration when I went so close to the edge. Let's see. Yeah, that'll still work. So let's glue this thing together. Okay, so I am going to make sure all my creases are nice and crisp. And but I'm going to use this glue. Okay. I just don't want glue to get off of the tabs. Okay. We got that one, and this one I have to be super careful with because it's so little. Alright, and now we are just going to push it down. And there's our little wallet, all put together, ready to be decorated. Let's see how it looks. I think I'm definitely going to laminate this and just stick it in there like that. And I'll put the other Social Security card right in there. I think it'll look cute. I just have to figure out how to decorate the wallet. So I got my laminator warming up, and while that's warming up, I am going to try to fit as much of these papers that I can fit, and leaving a space so I can cut them apart. Here's a temporary driver's license. Put that in there. Let's see, move it down a little bit. Actually, that's kind of bumpy. I don't want that to get messed up. This one is in a plastic thing, so I think I'll just leave that like that. Let's do his Blue Cross and Blue Shield cards. And Honorable Order of the Blue Goose. Whoa. Didn't know my grandpa was so fancy. This is my address and my phone number growing up, and you'll see it says 201 OX4 7251. That OX stood for Oxbow, and when I was first born, you had to call the operator and have them dial Oxbow. You couldn't dial it yourself. There was no dialing on it on the phone. There were no dials on the phones. Let's see. This one is from 1934. So I'm going to put that one just like this. That's really old. Kept them all in his wallet. And look at this. This is a birthday list of my mother, father, and my sister and me. He didn't live long enough to meet my brother, but he can know him now because they're hopefully both in heaven. He can meet my brother in heaven, I guess. So I think this is ready. Oops. And I am terrified of bumping these out of place. Okay, it was black and now it's red. So according to the instructions, it is ready. And I am so a little nervous about this because this isn't just, you know, a little crappy piece of information that I don't really care about. Well, there we go. Going through, hopefully going through without wrinkles. So far so good. We don't want these to fall out on the end, so I'm holding it up. I think we might get one tiny wrinkle in the birthday list, but we'll see. I think I have my father's wallet somewhere too that I could laminate all the things and keep them safe. No wrinkles. Awesome. Look at that. It worked. So now I can turn this off and let it cool off. And I can cut these apart and put them in my wallet. And I am definitely going to take better care of these other things too eventually, but not right this minute. I'm going to stick them back in his wallet. So this wallet is, I guess, an old leather wallet. Yeah, genuine. Or no, a Prince Gardner wallet. And it's obviously at least as old as 1964, right? 68, because that's what was in the dates of all the things in the wallet, except for the one that was, which one was 34? This one. April 7th, 1934. Registration certificate. He was a voter. It's a voter's registration. Awesome. So I'm going to take my big scissors and sort of cut these apart like this. See how that fits in the wallet now. It might be too big now. I have to cut off some of the edges a little more, but actually you just have to cut a tiny bit off. And I'll do it on this side because this side's bigger. Alright, so we got that all set for his wallet, and I think I still need to put something over this though because it'll still fall out. And then we'll put this in on the other side. And that is his Social Security card. And the date of this issued one was 12/11/36. Wow, that was in really good shape for being, what, 88 years old? Something like that. That's going to go on this side. Now, can I still fold the wallet? Yes. Awesome. My wallet is not perfectly folded, though. Oh well. That's okay. So my next step is to put something across here and decorate. Alright, so I found this little piece of acetate that was covering this old sticker book, and I put some double-sided tape on it, and I'm going to attempt to just kind of shove it down in there, and it worked. I was afraid I would get it stuck on the wrong thing, and I see it's a little bit of the tape showing there, but I am not going to fuss about that. And now I have a secure place to put my grandpa's old driver's license. And then now we can decorate it. That's so cool. Thanks to Marguerite Miller for giving me the idea. Alright, so Marguerite Miller decorated her ATC card. I don't have an ATC card, I have an actual driver's license here. So I thought I would try to decorate the front of my wallet in the same style that she decorated her ATC card. So I have some music paper. I have a bunch of little tiny field notes from Tim Holtz here, and stamps. So I'm going to look for a stamp that I like. This is a different stamp container than the other one that I had the other day. And those are cute. Little oil lamps. Let's see, I'm going to keep looking, see if I see anything I like better. Here's a flower and a bird. I like the bird a lot. And then we have this 2-cent one. Maybe we should use the 2-cent one, because that would go along with the 1935 date, I think. Perhaps. And I have a lot of those in here, so... Oh, and here's an airmail sticker. Maybe I'll use that. And the bird. I think so. I'm going to use all three of those on in my design. So, let us just get some of this music cut out or torn out. I'm going to just kind of put it across the page, or across the wallet, I should say. Kind of like this. So I want to do that. I'm going to cut the end off a little bit. And then we're going to cut it off right about here. And I kind of feel like maybe it's too wide. So I'm going to cut this down even more. And then I'm going to ink it up. And I'm going to put it right across like that. Maybe a little lower. So we'll ink that up. I don't want my plum this time. I want my sepia. And actually I'm going to go around the edges of this with sepia and see if it makes any kind of... Oh yeah, that's good. I kind of feel like I should have curved the edges, rounded the edges off. It might have looked cool, because the actual original wallet was curved, had curved edges. So we'll do that. Make it look a little old. Oh, my Social Security card fell out, and I almost forgot to do this, which is what my main reason for getting it out was for. I have a stuffy nose. I might sniff. I have the sniffles. Alright, so I'm going to put this on here like that. And I'm going to get my glue stick for that. I oops, I knew I would bump you. Sorry. I got my Craft Bond Elmer's glue stick, and I'm just gonna put this on here. I need to get better light and a better way to film. I notice everybody has like kind of an overhead thing, and I don't have that. So I'm always bumping my my tripod. So I'm thinking, what else do I want to add besides this stuff? I don't know. I don't think I am going to use that. But I do feel like I need something else. So I found this little tiny doily, and I think that looks kind of cute, but I think I am going to put some ink on it, but I'm going to use my ink dauber for that. I'm not going to rub it right on the ink pad. So let's do that. Let's see how that looks. It's just kind of stark white, which I don't like, but it's not really doing much there. I don't want to rip it up either. That looks a little better. I think I need some up here. Yeah, that's better. Now it's not so starkly white. And I will glue that down. I also have some little sticker books of things that might look good, but now I think that they might be too big. So I need to wipe off some of that glue. And these are the little sticker books I was talking about. I think they're too big. Yeah. And yeah, I think it's too big. So let us, here's a little label that I thought was kind of cute. You can ink that up and put it somewhere. But the first thing I just realized, oh, there's my stamp. I lost my stamp. I think I'm going to put that right there. I've got a lot of glue on my little piece of paper here. And I think I'm just going to put that right like that. So we got that. And I'm going to ink up this little label. Not showing up very well. Maybe I'll just do this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Do it around the edge a little. Yeah. Okay, so we have that little element. Maybe we need another, well, maybe, like right there, because there's blue and blue. I don't know. Maybe down here. And maybe that should go up here. Maybe one more thing from this little set here. Maybe this. Ink that up. I don't know. It's so hard to decide. Here's a fake stamp. And here's another, like, label. Maybe I'll use this label right here. So let's ink that one up. These little things are so cute, but I very rarely know what to do with them because they're so little. They're so tiny. But this is going to go right, where did I say? Right here? Oh, now I can't decide where to put it. about here? There. We'll put that right there, but a little bit down. Well, maybe not. That's good. There. Crooked. That's good. And this one, let's put this on. I'm going to commit to putting this on. Oh, somebody's calling me. Just a minute. We'll put this here. And I feel like I need something up here, but this is too small. I think I'm going to keep this for later. Awesome. My daughter had a seizure this morning, and she just said that her seizures are stopping, so that's awesome. Yep. She wants her seizures to stay outside. And that's a cute little... Actually, now that I've lost that, maybe I'll do this, like that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that right there. Down a little bit. And now this. Somebody needs me. Alright, so I'm going to put that right there, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, one of the other things that Marguerite Miller did was she did like a stencil of like a band in the middle of the outside of the wallet, and I'm just going to try to copy that on the inside of the wallet. So let's see how that turns out. I am not getting much ink out of this little thing. I'm going to try a different ink. I have a bigger archival ink that's called Coffee. Maybe that'll show up. I'm having a really hard time with that little one and the dauber. It's not working out too well. Let's see. Oh, that came out very well. Okay. Alright, so there's the band of design right there, a little flower across. And somehow I think it needs some splatters, so I am going to get some ink. I have this ink. I have a hard time getting this ink to dry. I'm not going to spray it. I'm just going to kind of splash it on if I can. Everywhere but where I want it, right? Oh, good grief, it really did go everywhere but where I want it. See? Maybe I'll just do this. That one might help. I just felt like it needed a splatter. And this is going to be glued onto the page, so I'm not doing anything with that. Well, let's let that dry. And then I will show you the completed project. Alright, so I do have a new development. I remembered I had tucked this inside my journal. This check from 1926, which is actually an antique. And then I had made this envelope out of a Bible dictionary years ago and never used it for anything. So I'm going to put that on that page with this little check in there. And this will be a double-sided spread. So this is going to go like this. And then the wallet is going to go like this. We're all done with day number 28, antique. And I made this little wallet with an antique Social Security card and an antique driver's license that belonged to my grandfather. And then in this old book page pocket, we have an antique check. So I think that qualifies for antique. A check from, 1926? A Social Security card from 1936, and a driver's license from that expired in October of 1968. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to the next challenge, which is musical. I'm going to have to get out my music paper, I guess. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for watching.